Since we started the On Two Wheels and Four Paws video series about traveling on BMW adventure motorcycles with our German Shepherd Moxie, we've received a lot of questions about how we outfitted our motorcycles. In a separate video, Greg drones on and on about the accessories and mods that he's made to his F700GS. Here in this video, I'll share a bit about my G650GS. But first, I need to just get one thing out of the way. My G650GS is called Moxie Thumper. Thumper because it's a single cylinder, and Moxie because it took quite a lot when I upgraded to this 400-pound beast after just a few months on a 160. And yes, my German Shepherd is also called Moxie. So yes, it's Moxie on Moxie. First up is the AltRider skid plate. It's great, it's expensive, and AltRider doesn't make it anymore. Moving on. The fairing and engine crash bars are separate sets and each cost $200 from Touratech. They work just fine, but in a crash, it's usually my handlebar and side cases that hit the ground. The Hand Guards are from BMW, and they're only good for blocking wind and bugs. But in a tip-over, it's 50-50 whether I'll have a bent lever. So speaking of crashes, the other collision points are my SW-Motech TraX Evo panniers, which have recently been replaced by new versions. The TraX are angular and really good looking, much better than Greg's Touratech Ziga Pros. But honestly, it's a bit messy when they take a direct hit. We've had really good luck hammering them back into shape, but they definitely take in water. Also, with a little drilling, screws and hangers, Greg added cargo nets to the lids. The problem with the set is that the pannier rack's 3 mounting points are not secure enough. We would be riding along and Greg would see my panniers swing up and down with each speed bump. So he built this, I call it the octopus, into the luggage rack mounts, and problem totally solved. Speaking of Greg's handiwork, this 2-piece Radiator Guard is a homemade invention that he made from an aluminum sheet and metal frames. The windscreen is the V-Stream Sport Tour. Okay, maybe it's not quite as beautiful as Greg's, but it's way better at high speed and I can still see over it just fine. The pivot risers from Rox bring the handlebars up 2 inches, so with a little knee bend, the handlebars are just at the right height when I stand off-road. Here on the handlebar is the Ram Mounts Universal Cell Phone Holder Kit. It sort of looks like one of those claws from the arcade machine where you try and pick up a stuffed animal, but its gripper is way, way better. Last but not least, I never used a luggage rack because the rear platform works just fine for securing my travel duffel. But now Greg mules around all the camping and cooking gear, and of course, now I carry Moxie in her K9 Moto cockpit instead of a travel duffel. The K9 cockpit, well, that'll be for a separate video. Be sure to subscribe so you'll be notified of new episodes of On Two Wheels and Four Paws and other specials like this one.